The April jobs report is out, and the U.S. economy added 177,000 jobs during the month. That was more than expected. The unemployment rate held steady at 4.2%.
Here to talk about it, NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans and Investopedia's editor-in-chief Caleb Silver. Good morning to both of you. Start with the numbers here. Break it down. How it compares with previous months.
Okay, well, so the average over the past year is something like 152,000. So this is holding in there if you look at 177,000. So the economy still adding jobs here. The unemployment rate still historically pretty low, 4.2%. Earnings decent. People are getting more in their paycheck than they're paying out in higher prices for things. But all of this is kind of a rearview mirror because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening that's likely to tweak these numbers. So top line, we're saying jobs continue to be added, but tariff questions loom.
Caleb, your reaction to this report, and also with all that information Christine laid out, what does this mean in the broader context of the economy right now?
Resilience is what I would say, because companies are still adding workers. And if you look across the sectors, Christine will get to it in a second, we're seeing pretty robust hiring in some of those popular places where we've seen hiring, but not a lot of layoffs in some of the areas that you thought might be vulnerable now. I think that's coming probably in the next couple of months, maybe not to the extent that we were worried about. So you still have a very strong labor force participation rate. The number of total unemployed people, 7.2 million at a 4.2% unemployment rate. Pretty good right now. So it's hanging in there. But as Christine said, we're looking backwards. We want to see what happens in the next few months.
Whatever storm is coming, we're in a good position in the job market.
That's good to see. So when we break it down by category, does anything stand out?
Sure. Healthcare is the leading here. Thousands of jobs added in healthcare. We see that almost every single month. We saw jobs added in transportation and warehousing, and we've seen that since the beginning of the year because companies have been rushing in goods pre-tariff. So you've got warehousing jobs where they're stacking this stuff away so that they can weather those tariffs. When I look at federal employment, it fell again, 9,000 federal workers off the rolls. This year, it's about 26,000. The government in this report making the point that if you took a buyout or you're furloughed, you're still counted really as employed. So there could be a bunch of people, actually thousands and thousands of people who aren't working, who have been sort of let go from their federal position, but they're still counted as working.
Yep. Still getting a paycheck.
Caleb, first, your magic trick, please.
Yeah, no, 5 days, 5 hours, and 20 minutes. The Fed is probably not going to cut interest rates, which is going to drive the president crazy because the labor market is strong. Remember, the Fed concentrates on price stability, inflation, and the labor market. 4.2% unemployment, pretty close to full employment. No reason to move interest rates lower right now, but that's coming up next week. It's going to be a very contentious meeting.
Does the picture that is being revealed of the economy make you feel like we could see that happen later in the year?
Potentially, and we're going to have to see if there's more layoffs in these sectors that are going to be vulnerable. That's retail, right? That's going to be some of the media, some of the banking sectors. That's where a lot of the job growth was so robust over the last couple of years. And we have to watch what happens with prices. If we get a big spike in inflation, and we haven't yet, then the Fed's going to have to act.
All these numbers are so rearview mirror looking, and we've been telling you all of these major changes that are happening to the U.S. economy and the global economy. There's no question we're going to start to see all of this stuff in this data, and there'll be some big questions that moves ahead.
When that happens, where will we see it first? Will it be like jobs numbers, or how will we sort of know we're starting to see it?
So I'm really watching the weekly unemployment benefits because every week states get new filers for unemployment benefits. We saw those benefits spike this week in New York in particular, but overall. So I'm going to be watching there for people who are starting to file for unemployment benefits, and then just watching in the prices. And I've been watching container traffic because I'm that kind of a nerd. Yes. Container traffic has just plummeted here. And what that means is that companies have just halted their orders. So if you're a small business and you don't have anything to sell, right, you're going to start laying people off because you're not going to be getting ready for back to school, for the fall, autumn season, for Christmas. So you'll be watching the small and medium independent retailers and companies to see how all of this is going to affect them. That's where I'm looking first.
Yeah. Cut to Christine at the port watching
No, I'm
all
sorry.
the cargo
That
ships.
does take the cake for one of the nerdiest things I've ever heard.
It's the domino effect of that, right? If the containers are coming empty, then we start to see it impact other areas.
Right. And then if we're spending less, you're going to just see less traffic, less containers, less purchasing. That's when you'll see the layoffs. But right now, the economy's holding in there, but we're still looking backwards.
Well, we did see McDonald's say that low-income consumers and middle-income consumers dropped off traffic a lot in the last quarter. So that is telling us something, that people are looking around. They're like, you know, I think I'm going to keep a few more bucks in my pocket for now. And that, again, the ripple effect in the economy.
Takes a lot for people to give up their Big Macs.
It does.
I personally can't, but I could see how you might try.
Caleb, Christine, thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you both.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.